see, your testimony becomes a lifeline to someone else who is sinking, to someone else who's falling.
That's right.
Look at your neighbor and tell him that you have a testimony. You have a testimony, and I'm ducking behind the altar because I got tears and my nose is running. Excuse me. You see, you do have a testimony. And many of God's people have been shamed into hiding their testimony. You see, a lot of God's people are afraid to give their testimony because the devil makes them believe that if they give their testimony, then it will open the door and it'll come back on them. The junk that they were released from will come back on them. And let me tell you, church, do you know how the devil destroys God's people, God's church? It's first thing is through fear.
Yep.
Persecution and division. And see, when the devil's putting all that in your mind about how the stuff that you've been delivered from, you may fall back in it. That's nothing but the spirit of fear. See, it's manipulating and it's intimidating you. Because the devil knows that you have power in your testimony.
Amen. That's right.
Proverbs chapter 18, verse 11 says, death and life are in the power of the tongue. The devil wants to keep your mouth shut because he knows that your testimony has the power to bring life, the power to bring hope, the power to bring joy and peace, and the power to bring restoration and deliverance. Look at your neighbor again and say, I have a testimony.
I have a testimony.
Before we leave here, you're going to say that 1,000 times.
I do.
You do have a testimony. And it's yours. It's your own. You didn't borrow it from somebody else. You're not trying to copy somebody else. It's your very own. It was your pain. It was your heartbreak. It was your confusion and your fear. It was your loss. It was your fire, and it was real, and it was hot, and it hurt. And at times you felt like you weren't going to make it. There were times you felt when you were going to lose your mind. Times you felt when you were just going to die. But you know what? You made it. You made it. The attack didn't kill you. You were snake bitten, but you didn't die. The divorce didn't kill you. The drugs and alcohol didn't kill you. The sickness didn't kill you. The car accident that you was in didn't kill you. Oh, somebody ought to be praising right now. My character was attacked. My finances were attacked, but it didn't kill me.
No, it didn't.
I walked through the valley of the shadow of death, but I didn't die.
That's right.
I walked through the fiery furnace, and I didn't get burned.
That's right.
I waded through the deep waters, and I didn't drown.
Yep.
Oh, Lord. And I can hear the devil saying, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you. But I'm still here. I'm healed, I'm delivered, I'm free, and I'm preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ.
That's right. That's right.
You see, I got a testimony. For a long time, every day, I fought for my life. I fought for my future. I fought for my destiny. Because there were times when I just felt like giving up. You know, what's the use? And there were times when, I don't know, people said that I wouldn't make it, you know. And then that enemy started putting thoughts into my mind about how I didn't have a chance, that I didn't have what it took. But my God gave me a testimony. Right. God raised me up. God healed me. God delivered me from the hand of the enemy.
That's right.
Is there anybody in here who has a testimony? What's that, number 5? You know what? You shouldn't have made it out of that car wreck. The officer on the scene said it was impossible for anyone to survive that kind of crash. You shouldn't have survived that drug overdose. The doctor said that much drug in your body should have killed you. You lost your home, you lost your car, you lost your money, you should have lost your mind. But there's others that have gone through a lot less, and they didn't make it. And they're locked up somewhere in an institution. You see, I know I'm talking to somebody here tonight. You shouldn't have gotten that position that you got because there's a lot more people more qualified than you are. You shouldn't be living in that kind of house that you're living in or driving that kind of car you're driving or having that kind of money that you have. But God, does anybody have a but God testimony in here?
Yep.
I should be dead, but God healed me. I should be dead, but God delivered me. I should be without a job, but God promoted me.
That's right.
I should be wrapped up in fear, but God protected me. And my God, He anointed me. Does anybody have a testimony in here?
Amen.